welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie. In case you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. So today I am doing my second apartment hunting video stroke vlog. I hope you enjoyed the first one. By the time this one is going up, of course you will have watched the first one already. But today I am showcasing another one-bedroom apartment unit. So I was looking for a place for myself, ended up in Ruiru. I saw this apartment on the same day I saw the first one that I shared with you. I think a week or two ago, so depending on what time this video goes up. So yeah, I went to this apartment. How you get to it is the same way you get to the other one, but I will encourage you to watch this video to the end because I am going to be giving you directions to this place, and I will also tell you what I found as an advantage and what was a disadvantage of this apartment. So in case you're new here, consider subscribing, and in case you're an oldie but a goldie, of course, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So they were doing the last touches to this apartment, the last finishes, but we still managed to go in, at least just to film a bit, of course after obtaining permission from the person in charge. And once you get into the living space, you are greeted by these beautiful marble tiles and this beautiful gypsum ceiling that illuminates the room so well when you turn the lights on. I loved it so much. It's in a nice color, and the walls are also so nicely colored. I love the color scheme of this living space because it makes it easier for you to blend in your furniture with the rest of the room. And when you look straight on, there's that window that brings in just sufficient lighting for this entire living space. You always want your living room to be well lit because it just makes the place look even bigger than it already is. I mean, remember, this is a 16,000 shilling apartment, so the sizing I think is just nice for this. Also, that glass place around the door also makes the room so nice. But just look at those tiles, so meticulously installed, and that is a plus for any given apartment in Nairobi or anywhere else around the world. You always want the tiling to be properly done, so that's how it looks like. Like, you get a feeling of a new house just the moment you get into this place. So straight on from the living space, of course, there's a corridor that just leads you to the bathroom, the bedroom, and of course the kitchen. And the tiling continues up until the corridor and changes as you get into the washroom, the kitchen, and the bedroom. So let's start with the bedroom, because this to me is usually the most important part of the house because I work from home and I prefer to spend a lot of time in the bedroom. So to be quite honest, I wasn't a big fan of the tiling in the bedroom. Honestly, I hated it, and that's just because I find it too busy. But that's not it's not a common opinion for too many people. But the wardrobe space was my favorite bit of this room. Clearly, the owner of the house really thought about the wardrobe space. He remembered to partition the wardrobe area the way it should be, because people do fold clothes. They don't just hang their clothes. And I find that a lot of homeowners, a lot of these people who rent out their houses and apartments forget that people also have to fold their clothes, not just hanging. So he thought of the detail. Of course, I always wish that the wardrobe space would be bigger because I'm a person with a lot of clothes. But generally speaking, this would be more than enough for quote unquote the normal person. I also love the color that he chose for the wardrobe space. And when you look to this other side, there's a big window and there's a mirror. He remembered, or she remembered, to install a mirror. I find that very important and so nice. It's a good detail to have. And well, I moved to the back just so you could see the room a little better, or at least estimate the sizing. I did not play around with my camera just to make things look a bit bigger or smaller. So what you're seeing is exactly what I saw. And of course, you can always put in an extra rack if you have extra stuff in the room, just so you have more storage for your clothes and all that. So that was the bedroom. I really generally like it, save for the tiling. But of course, that is an opinion that will not be shared by too many people or by everybody. There's also a curtain rod where you can, of course, hang your curtains. I love the space up there. You can store your suitcases or whatever else that you do not really need to reach out for that quickly. So generally for me, this bedroom is nice. I think it's a bit small because it just fits a 5 by 6. But I think for one person, this room would be sufficient if you're not after a humongous bedroom, that is. So the color of the walls is also nice. So let's go to, of course, the washroom area. I love the tiling on the walls of the washroom, to be quite honest. I love the shower. I also love the tiling on the floor, but I honestly found this washroom area too small. I found it a little too small. The shower head is there, well installed for you, but again, this washroom is very small. It just has very little space. Even the sink below the mirror, I found it a bit small, so I don't know if that's a normal thing, like finding the sink small, but that's just my opinion. So for me, the washroom was a bit wanting in terms of size, but it had everything that you need in a washroom installed: a towel, a rod for your towels, a tissue holder, the lighting. There's lighting there, which is nice because it just means you do not have to use your electricity even during the day for the washroom. And the door is also waterproof. It doesn't get spoiled by water, and that is something that you have to appreciate. Now to the kitchen. This kitchen is beautiful. I loved the kitchen. First of all, look at the tiling on the kitchen walls, right from, in fact, let's start with the door. It's very nice. And then the tiling, and then the cabinetry, everything just looked so perfect. I love that there's a lot of storage. This is just one of the many, cabinets that have been installed. As you can see, there's a lot more on this other side. The kitchen is so well lit, and you want that because you want to see how the food that you're preparing during the day looks. That's the tiling on the floor, the tiling on the walls. Absolutely beautiful, don't you think? That's the curtain rod. And well, I was just trying to show you how much light can be allowed into this kitchen thanks to the big window. So in terms of space, this would be more than enough for me. A lot of people usually complain about kitchen sizing. For a lot of people, the kitchen is their favorite part of the house. I cannot relate because I do not like to spend too much time in the kitchen. But look at that. It has this nice faucet and a double sink. You do not come across so many places with a double sink. And I was checking to see if there was water. And indeed, there was water. There's just a bit of an issue with the pressure. But I think that's something that was about to be sorted because there was a plumber in the house. He was trying to fix something, so I figured he turned something off. But that's the cabinetry. Just look at that gray color. It's so beautiful. And then there's enough space in the kitchen, like more than enough space. And that is something that I will definitely always appreciate. You always want that extra storage, whether it's up on the higher cabinets or on the ones below the countertop space, right? So I have to admit that I was too impressed with the kitchen. However, I find it rather sad that this particular unit does not have a balcony. So what happens is this one goes for 16,000 shillings, but they do have other one-bedroom apartments that go for 18,000 shillings. So the ones that go for 18,000 shillings are the ones that have balconies, but these ones that cost 16,000 shillings do not have balconies. So you have to just be content with the fact that if you want a good view, you will have to, use the windows in the house. So that's just it. However, there is a rooftop area which I managed to see. Also, I believe you would have to hang your clothes on the rooftop area. So that said, of course, this is a new construction. A lot of people had actually started getting in despite the fact that other houses, other apartments are being, finished up, which just shows that they have impressed a lot of people. So this is the rooftop area. I managed to go up to the rooftop area. I actually wasn't the only person filming this apartment. We were given permission, 3 of us. So I figured I might as well. But then from up here, you can see, you can get a good view of Ruiru. Generally, everyone likes a good view. So whenever you get tired of staying indoors, you can always just go upstairs, especially for people like me who work from home, and just look at the surrounding. Fortunately, Ruiru is not congested. So you get
to enjoy seeing, you know, the greenery around. And I think that is something to appreciate. So to me, that actually gives this apartment, you know, a plus, an extra point or a few extra points. I don't know about you, but I really love that about it. So generally, that is the place. Of course, you have to pay for water separately, you have to pay for your Wi-Fi separately, but then the best part is water is available 24/7, and you always want that. So it's also in a very serene, secure place. The security here is definitely good. I can assure you of that. And well, up here is where you can hang your clothes. So yeah, that was the unit.
So I hope you really loved this video, generally this apartment. So just a few more details about it. First of all, generally I loved the apartment. I liked the size of the apartment. Of course, the bedroom was small, a little small, but it's enough for somebody who has maybe a 4x6 bed. If you have a 5x6, it's going to be too full, and I doubt that bedroom can actually fit a 6x6. But in that entire building, there happened to be, this was 16,500, this apartment that I've showcased, but then they also had others, still one bedroom apartments that went for 18,500 shillings. So those ones that went for 18,500 shillings were more spacious. Unfortunately, I did not get to vlog those ones because my phone ran out of space. Unfortunately, when I was doing that, I was just taking footage because I was apartment hunting myself, and I didn't know I was going to film when I was there. So anyway, I didn't film those ones, but if you prefer a bigger space, those ones are bigger than this one that I've showcased. And then another thing I did not like about this apartment is the fact that it didn't have a balcony at the kitchen, so you only dry your clothes upstairs on the rooftop, which I just, you know, showed you. But I really wish it had a balcony. However, the ones that go for 18,500 shillings all have balconies. Another thing that I wish was different in this apartment was the tiles in the bedroom. Oh my goodness, I found them too busy. I love neutral colored tiles because they allow you to, you know, work with a lot of different other colors that you prefer, but I found that the colors on the tiles that we saw in this apartment were a bit too busy. So those were the only disadvantages of this apartment, but I loved the location as compared to the first one. Remember last time in my other apartment hunting video, I told you guys that I prefer a place that's a little hidden from the road. So how you get to this is you take a matatu from, well, I don't know where people get matatus to Ruiru from town, but I took a matatu from TRM. So take a matatu that takes you to Ruiru, alight at Ruiru stage, and then it just takes you a bit of a walk, around a 15-minute walk if you're walking slowly, of course, normal pace, to that place. It's not far, I promise it's not far. We were just talking because, you know, we had to get permission to film, so there was a couple of us there house hunting. But then honestly, I think generally it's a nice place, just save for those 3 factors that I didn't like. So yeah, I will leave any more information that I may have left out in the description box. I do not have the caretaker's number, but again, if I can find it, I will include it in the description box. But I hope this video has generally given you an idea of what to expect if you find yourself house hunting in the Ruiru area. If you have between 15,500 bob to 20k, you can easily get such a 1-bedroom apartment. There's lots of them there. The vegetation is good, the security is very good in that area. I absolutely loved it, and I would definitely move to those sides. So of course, the apartments that I've showed you are not the ones that I will move into, which is why I'm even showing them to you, because I wouldn't really show you where I live now, would I? So thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and let me know if you would like to see any more such content, because when I go house hunting again, because I'm still looking for an apartment to move to, I will share with you guys. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.